trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, he need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name, and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gonna murder that.
Well, hello there, stranger. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Kid Eru's been doing podcasts all week, man, going crazy, man. So I don't even know how much this is right now. This might be the fifth straight pod that I did, fourth or fifth straight pod, not even keeping track. But we going every single night, man. Like I told you, I got something to say, and I've been wanting to say it all summer. You know, like I said, I took a mental break, but it's on and popping now, man. Knicks will be here in just about 40 days, bro. 40 days, I believe, opening night is the start of the NBA season, and it's a lot to talk about. There's always going to be something to talk about, at least in my opinion. All this stuff is relevant. It's relevant because it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because it's sports and it's not really something that's going to benefit you, otherwise, other than just a conversation. We can get into that too, man. People say, oh, if you ain't making money, then you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, you also have to live in life too. You have to enjoy something in life also, man. So I forgot who said it. But I was watching something on YouTube, or whatever, and the guy was like, "Yeah, it's some kind of motivational speaker. I don't know the money's name, but he was talking about, yeah, man, why would I want to watch a sport where watch these guys making millions of dollars when I don't have $1 million? I mean, if you're looking at life like that, then you might as well just just swallow a box of Advils or something like that, because you're not living life, you're not enjoying anything. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not all about making money all the time. If that's your life, that's great, man. But my life is basketball. I love the Knicks. And let's talk about it, man. Before we get into the topic at hand, man, let's talk about some current events and stuff. It looks like Dick Barnett, this guy's jersey's retired by the Knicks, former champion. I believe he won with the Lakers also, if I'm not mistaken. He played for the Knicks. He won 2 championships. The second one, he didn't really play. He was at the end of his career. First one, he was a starting shooting guard for the Knicks. Fallback baby jumper, if you ever heard Clyde say that, that was Dick Barnett. So Dick Barnett is actually the one in the middle there, the one that's crossed over there. Yeah, he said fallback baby jumper because when he jumped up, he actually kicked himself in the ass every time he shot it. So he had a very unique shot, But he's a great player, especially for the era that he played in, man. And he's finally making it to the Hall of Fame. He got inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame. They're saying the Knicks legend Earl Monroe and Bill Bradley will present Dick Barnett next month when he's enshrined into the Basketball Hall of Fame. So my thing is, who decides when these guys make it to the Hall of Fame? Because what are you gonna wait till he dies before and then have to give the award to like a family member or something like that? That sucks, man. This is somebody I've been wanting to talk about too. Let me do it real quick. New York Knicks all-time leading scorers. I can never get the person's name correct, man. But let me just make sure I get it correct. Because I've done pods on the guy before. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some points. Where is it at? All these pop-ups. Don't you hate pop-ups? Let's get into the points real quick. Points per game. Where's regular points? I'm looking for points. Where is it at? So I can't think of money's name, but let's do points per game. Just for shits and giggles. So there you go, Richie Guerin. I did all this just to bring up Richie Guerin's name. Richie Guerin is in the Hall of Fame, 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA player. I believe he's one of the highest scoring guards in Knicks history with 29 points per game. when he was 29. He actually went to the NBA Finals with Atlanta, and in his last game as a player coach, he actually scored like 30 something points per game, man. So this is an all-time great player here. And this guy's jersey number is not retired by the Knicks, but he's in the Hall of Fame, and his jersey number is not retired by the Knicks. He played most of his career with the Knicks, most of his better years with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? His number's not retired. One of the first superstars of the New York Knicks. Dick McGuire is number is retired. He shared number 15, I believe, with Earl Monroe. But why isn't this guy's number retired? You know, this is the same number that R.J. Barrett had. You know what I'm saying? So R.J. Barrett should have never had the opportunity to get the number because it's Richie Garrett's number. It should be retired, number 9 for the Knicks. So anyway, that's a sidestep there, man. So what are they gonna wait till these guys croak and before they decide to enshrine these guys and give these guys the due that they should have gotten? You know, there's quite a few other Knicks that deserve to get their jersey retired too. I made a podcast about that. If you want to Google that, Knicks players should have been retired. Diehard Knicks, you know what I'm saying? You can go through my YouTube channel and you can be able to find that video and whatever, man. I think it's interesting. There's quite a few names that should be jerseys should be retired in MSG, and they just let these people die, and they never gave them the due that they needed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm passionate about that. You know, if guys deserve to be there, man, they should be enshrined. Don't wait till they pass away. I just don't get it, man. Everything is all about now, especially in this generation. Everything that happened before now is just like a moot point, and nobody even wants to talk about it. But you have to talk about the past in order to understand the future. You know, let's get into the Knicks, because I was going to talk about some political stuff. But anyway, shout out to all my Haitian people. My wife is Haitian. My kids are half Haitian. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of talk about the Haitian, some Haitian people that might be they may or may not be eating animals in the whatever. But there's like people in China that eat animals, eat monkey brains and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But there's a big rabbit hole to go through with that. But I won't touch on that on this channel. But I'm mentioning it just to add to the fact that you need to know your history before you can proceed forward into the future. And there's a lot of history with the Haitian people that they've been through since they've been on that island. You know what I'm saying? And before they even got to the island, if you want to get technical, that they've been through a lot of stuff throughout the years. And there's a reason why they're the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. But that's for another channel, another day, right there. But anyway, let's get into these Knicks. Shout out to the Strickland. This is a Strickland graphic here that I stole here just for civil purpose. This is going to be the Knicks rotation right here. So we got Brunson, of course. You're going to have Mikal Bridges. You're going to have OG. You're going to have Randall, and you're going to have Mitch. Add Precious to that. Possibly Precious will be part of that. Possibly Josh Hart off the bench and DiVincenzo. So those three. Then you got Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride is the extra guard that they have going on here. But we also have quite a few other players that could possibly find their way into the rotation too, just out of necessity and just because they're that good. You know what I'm saying? So what do we do about all the excess players and stuff like that? Because if people are talking about that Tom Thibodeau should play Tyler Kolek, okay, that's nice. We talked about Tyler Kolek on the channel before, but what about Deuce McBride? Deuce McBride's knock on him has been that Deuce McBride can't create his own shot. He can't really orchestrate the offense, run the offense properly. Whenever he's out there, we have to put Brunson back in because this guy is just not good at running the offense. Because he probably is more of a shooting guard than point guard anyway. But the problem is with him is that he can't really create his own shot. And not necessarily he can score, yes, but there's a difference between scoring and being able to create and get where you need to go in order to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's start it off with Donte DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo, this is basically his best year as a player in the NBA. Before this, he hasn't really scored double figures like that, or even was efficient shooting the ball. This year, he was out of his mind. I guess being comfortable in New York City with his former Nova teammates, maybe that made him a little bit more confident. Because coming out the gate, this guy was like all ice in his veins. You know what I'm saying? The way that he plays, very decisive, very confident. If he's going to get the shot up, he gets it up quick. If he's going to drive, he makes decisive cuts to the basket. Even when he handles the ball, he makes decisive moves. He doesn't really waste too many movements out there. He makes a move. If he doesn't have it, he gives it up. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some highlights, man. If you guys are into it, we're going to watch some highlights today. Just talking about just leading into Deuce McBride. So I'll get into Deuce McBride as we go along here. But I got to start with DiVincenzo because there's a reason why other guys are not on this roster anymore. I can't even think of his name. Quentin Grimes, right? Quentin Grimes was the starting shooting guard. There's a reason why he's not on the Knicks anymore because he's not decisive, not confident, can't doesn't even know what he's doing. He has a lot of athleticism, a lot of strength, a lot of explosiveness. He has a quote unquote shooting touch, 3-point shooter. People was comparing him to Allen Houston before he was ready. You know what I'm saying? But the difference between a guy like Quentin Grimes and a guy like DiVincenzo is just knowing how to play and having the confidence to get to your spot and make something happen, regardless of whatever your skill set is. And that's what he brought to the table. As far as defense, we all know what DiVincenzo can bring to the table. So let's get into some highlights here. This is actually DiVincenzo's shooting highlights here. So most of these are just catch and shoots, but as you can see, with heavy defense on him, he's able to get up in there. Defensively also, as you can see, he's not afraid to make contact. Doesn't need much room to shoot it. Here he goes blocking shots at the rim. Here he goes playing defense there against Obi Toppin, not afraid, coming over to block the big man, number 43. Here he goes and catches the ball, just shoots it right away. Here he goes again, shoots it right away. Not afraid of the moment. Doesn't really need much room. Got a screen there, but just really shoots it right behind the screen. No screen, catches it and shoots it in the same spot. Same thing with the taller defender on him. Doesn't make a difference. Just extremely confident, this guy, man. As you can see, the facial expressions, super confident, man. We're blessed to have a guy like DiVincenzo, especially in this day and age with the 3-point shot the way that it is. So just besides shooting, like I mentioned before, DiVincenzo is also really good driving to the. It's him cutting to the basket. Look. It's almost like a set play. As soon as Brunson makes a move, DiVincenzo's deep in the corner waiting for the shot, and he's able to get to the basket nice and easy. Watch this. Did you even see him open? He was open right underneath the basket, driving to the thing. Watch him in the corner. Here goes Brunson making his move. Knowing when to move, bam. Now he makes a nice little cut, easy dunk for the for two. Basically, every single highlight in this clip here is going to be that. Here goes DiVincenzo in the corner again, cut to the basket. Brunson knows where he is, knows that he's going to eventually make the cut. And DiVincenzo just knows when to make the move when Brunson gets to a certain spot. So here goes DiVincenzo setting up in the corner. Brunson sees him. Brunson is counting on DiVincenzo making that cut. And it makes a nice little easy layup there. Brunson again with the crossover, finding DiVincenzo. He's just sliding into the corner. There goes the cut. Brunson's in trouble. Nope. Kid's not afraid. Get in there for the nice little athletic play. Here he goes again, almost like clockwork. The plays almost seem the same. Brunson gets to a certain spot, he gets cut off, and just opens up a passing lane for him to get the basket. There he goes again in the corner. Brunson able to find him. Every single play was exactly the same way. So it's fun to watch, man. Here he goes again. Look him in the corner. Brunson makes his move. No look pass. He doesn't even have to look at him. You know what I'm saying? He knows that he's going to be there. Just there to make the proper play. So this is the last one here. DiVincenzo again, looking at on the cut on the back door. By watching tape, if you watch tape of players, you know their tendencies, you know what they're going to do. So it's amazing how certain players always end up getting open from these various different plays and stuff. But DiVincenzo is really good at what he does. I couldn't find a highlight on because I'm using Twitter. I couldn't find a highlight on Twitter. I watch showing DiVincenzo's ability to dribble. But DiVincenzo splits defense really well. He gets the ball and he makes a move quickly. He either gets to the spot. And if he doesn't have it, he lets the ball go good too. So that's what makes the Knicks. That's what's going to make the Knicks good. Is that all of the guys that we have on the roster, if they don't have something, they're all willing passers where they're able to let the ball go. Just always ready to get the ball back. That famous play that DiVincenzo made, to beat Philly that time. He got the ball twice. He caught the ball, shot the three, swung around, the ball moved like a couple times. Especially after big time rebounding play by our center. He was able to save it, but OG was able to get it and find him again and wide open the top of the key for three. So that's going to be a big key with the Knicks too, just moving the ball, making decisions. If they don't have it, stop dribbling too much, give the ball up and let the ball go to where it needs to go, to the open man. And you always would be successful in that way. But this pod is about Deuce McBride, man. And I had to do this pod because I was excited off of the last highlight that I'm going to show you. Which made me really, really excited for what Deuce McBride brings to the table. But before we get to that, I have to explain and get to the point where he needed to make these changes as far as dribbling the basketball and stuff like that. I don't have it queued up, but that this guy Hanlon, whatever his name is, the guy that was this training RJ Barrett. People were getting on me about my comments about RJ not getting better, his trainer not doing it. Even the trainer himself had commented on something that I had to say, kind of like condescending or whatever, like he's the know-it-all or whatever, just because he's a celebrity trainer. A lot of these moves that he do, everything is step back and all these drop, hard dribbles and making contact, running into guys, making contact, and that type of thing. All that stuff is fine and dandy, but when it comes to playing basketball, if you're looking to create your own shot, all those little moves are not going to really help you unless you're somebody like a Kobe Bryant or something like that, where you're already like a 20-point a game scorer and you're trying to cheat a little bit. Trying to save your energy. Somebody that already has a skill set is going to benefit from that skills coach Hanley moves and stuff. Hanley's teachings. You're going to benefit from that if you already know how to score. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it takes it just takes a little something off of what you do without having to waste so much energy. Like having to create contact and all these stop moves and pivots and step backs and side steps and so all these little computer moves that you do, the analytical moves that you do to try to save energy. That's going to help with guys that are already established scorers. But guys that need to learn the game and need to develop moves and stuff like that, somebody like RJ Barrett, you're not going to learn the game playing this way. You know what I'm saying? That's why his development and that's why his ability to finish at the rim was always horrible. So anyway, let's talk about Deuce McBride. One thing about Deuce McBride, man, compared to RJ is his confidence. His confidence matches his game. RJ was irrationally confident. That's the major thing about RJ. But Deuce McBride, he's confident for what he brings to the table. That defensive presence, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But his defensive presence on this team is not enough because DiVincenzo, like I showed in the highlights, it was able to defend the rim, block a shot at the rim, getting steals, getting his body in there and stuff like that. So DiVincenzo's going to bring it defensively. So just because Deuce McBride could play defense doesn't mean that he automatically deserves to play. Because we already have guys, and I'm not even talking about Mikal Bridges or OG or Josh Hart. All these guys bring defense. So Deuce McBride playing defense is not going to be enough for him to get on the floor. So let's get into some highlights, man. Let's look at the first one. We got to start at Westchester because this is what he made his name for. If you ever watched him in Westchester, he was literally busting that ass on. You can see here get into passing lanes. These guys are just not on his level as far as court awareness, period. Either offense or defense. These guys are not ready for a guy like Deuce McBride at the G League level. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just stripping guys. Guys were trying to block his shots, and he just were not on his level, man. So we've seen this happen with guys like Jeremy Lin and other players. They just totally dominate the G League. You know what I'm saying? Deuce McBride was one of them. See, like a lazy pass. These guys are just not on Deuce McBride's level as far as court awareness and on both ends of the table here. So it's just fun to watch the highlights. I could talk through it. Athleticism wise, man, for somebody that's about 6'2" or so. Here he goes. As you can see there, the one little move that he did there. This is like an elementary school kind of move as far as basketball is concerned. Watch the little in and out. This is like the hard little high school, like not even high school, junior high school in and out that you just learned the in and out. All these guys are just all standing, looking at each other, waiting for somebody else to make a defensive play. Here goes Deuce McBride there, doing a little perimeter hop step there. See, just watching him dribble as he gets everything is hesitation, step back, crossover, step back. Everything is hesitation, step back. You know what I'm saying? These are the different things that trainers teach guys, and it brainwashes players into constantly thinking about stepping back and sidestepping, shooting threes when they have no ability to go forward. You know what I'm saying? I was taught that as a child. Here he goes again with these moves there, in and out, and then behind the back crossover to a step back jump shot. This is stuff that I was taught as a kid that was a no-no. Don't be doing step back jump shots and stuff like that if you can't go forward. If you can't go forward and create forward, then you shouldn't be out there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was taught. That's an old school way of basketball. Here he goes here, crossover and stuff like that. He can't really go forward. He's looking for a screen. He can't really create. Good pass there. So like I said, court awareness is off the charts with McBride. Here he goes with a stutter step, always coming back to the step back jump shot. Here he goes with a good crossover, but he has no intent of going forward. Like I said, going backwards. He always comes backwards, snatches it back because his intention is to shoot the step back jump shot. But the athleticism, the court awareness, these guys are not on this level. Here he goes again, to catch and shoot. He's there the same way like DiVincenzo, not afraid to let that thing go. So this is here at the G League level. Just I'm trying to make a point with this dribbling stuff. See, just now he tried to make a step back jump shot, try to make a step back move, but the defender was there. You know what I'm saying? We can show that again really quick. Here he goes again, make the move. So watch when he gets here. He wants to automatically step back because instinctually he wants to make that step back jump shot every single time. But it worked out that in such a way that he was able to get a nice little alley oop there. Here he goes again, step back jump shot, goes right into the step back instinctually. So these are little things that just me as a coach, I will be trying to break him out of that, and we'll get into that shortly. It's a nice little simple turnaround hook shot kind of thing, because these guys, they're waiting for somebody else to make a move. That's the reason why these guys are in the G League. Let's see if we get some more highlights. See, this is more fast break stuff. This is fast break stuff is what is McBride's bread and butter. He scores in transition. He's a transition player, mostly transition because he can't really create his own shot. Now this is exhibit A here as far as his dribble ability is here. So watch this play as it unfolds. He comes in there, dribbling between his legs. All this, everything is hesitation, ready just to stop and then pull up the jump shot. He got nothing else. As a defender, if you're defending somebody like Deuce McBride, you know that he can't create his own shot. So why are you stepping back? You're falling right to sleep into his thing because he's not going to drive. He doesn't have that ability to do that. Everything is hesitation because he's trying to get that jump shot off and trying to actually set up the step back jump shot if you're too close. You know what I'm saying? So let's scroll over to another. This is all defensive stuff. So just watching the defensive plays, you can't get enough of Deuce McBride and his defense. So let's so there he goes, just hawking the defender. So I mean, to me, this defense that he's doing there, to me, is not enough to get him on the court. Because DiVincenzo's going to be out there, Josh Hart's going to be out there, Mikal Bridges is new to the team now. He's going to be getting major minutes, man. So just because Deuce McBride could play defense like this is not going to keep him on the court, man. Because DiVincenzo needs to play. DiVincenzo just came off of starting, so DiVincenzo basically averaged like 30 minutes per game, 28 minutes per game, something like that. Now you got Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is basically taking over for Bogey. Bogey was only getting you like 18 minutes per game, but Mikal Bridges is not going to be getting no damn 18 minutes per game. He's going to be getting close to 30 also. You know what I'm saying? So this defense is not going to be enough because other guys are going to need to get on that court. So my question to you guys is, what is going to keep Deuce McBride on the court? As you scroll here, just looking at more highlights and stuff here. This is him, more NBA highlights. I was showing you G League highlights. This is more NBA stuff. These floaters are stuff that he's always going to be able to do. Nice little floaters, being able to get into space, pull up. Like I said, DiVincenzo does that. So now DiVincenzo's off the bench. DiVincenzo can easily take this role of catch and shoot and stuff like that off the bench. So stuff that you see here is not really impressive because DiVincenzo's going to do this because Mikal Bridges is going to be the starter, right? At least that's what we're all saying. So everything you say here is all fine and dandy, but we already have somebody that can do this, at the same position. So let me just stop the video just so I can get some of this thing off. So this is what really impressed me. This is McBride's training thing here. So this was early on in the season. This was like not even that long ago. This is August 31st. So this is kind of methodical. We just watch it a little bit. It's about a minute worth of highlights here. Working on floaters. He didn't have this last year. If I'm not mistaken, he did not have this little running floater here. So it was nice to work on it. Get into the about the dotted line area, foul line extended, and work on these one-handed floaters because that shot is going to be there. Shout out to I can't think of our center for nothing, man. But shout out to our center. He was in there doing those one-arm shots too. But as a point guard, you're definitely going to need that to get that shot up over the trees. Shout out to Brunson. Brunson has that. Hartenstein. Looking for Hartenstein's name. But here we go. Deuce McBride there working on the getting to the basket and getting these little pull-up stuff. Here he is just working on his basic jump shot. Now there is something else here that he does in his highlight that I really want to show. Let's see if it's here. This is him working on his jump shot basically. So I like the floater, driving to the basket, getting the float. He did not have that last year. Everything was just basically athleticism. If he can get a beeline to the basket, he was going. But outside of that, just if he wasn't shooting a three or driving to the basket, he really had nothing else. So this is him training here. So the real meat and potatoes is this one here, man. This video here is the main reason why I came on to do this pod. I wasn't going to do a pod. I was going to take a night off because actually State. I was supposed to do a pod with State tonight. I got explained to you guys, but State is going through something at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. We'll catch State another day. Hopefully State is doing good. I told State if he needs me, just call. You know what I'm saying? If he's going through something, man. So just say a prayer for State. You never know what's going on with him. He lost his father and stuff, man. So always say a prayer for State. But let's watch this highlight, man. This highlight here. Look, stutter step into a pull up. The beautiful thing about that, what's the difference between that and something that we saw already in these highlights? The simple fact is that it's not a hesitation and it's not a step back. It's going to the guy's chest. Here he goes again, faking the shot and going forward, not stepping back. Here he goes again, driving, making a move and a stutter step into a crossover to proceed forward. Here he goes again, proceeding forward. He makes a nice quick behind the back move. So these little counters and stuff, I'll just let it keep rotating here. All this stuff here is stuff that you learn, and I want to say that you learn in high school. You learn how to do hesitations, wait for the defense to show you what you're going to do, and then you make a quick move. So it's going to be interesting to see all these counters that you see him making there. He did a stutter step into a drive, into a behind the back move, or just that move there. It doesn't look natural. That's one thing I got to say. So little things like this, he really has to work on to make it more natural. You got guys like Isaiah Bristow that's been in the Black Ops videos. If you guys know who Isaiah Bristow is, he's not in the NBA, but if you watch him, he's the master at these hesitation stuff, right? So I would love for Deuce to work with Isaiah Bristow. This coach, I got to give him props. I got to give his name. What's this guy's name? The coach's name is Juwan Staten. So when the coach is doing a good job, I have to say something, man. Because this is what's gonna bring him to the next level. These little counter moves and just the ability to move forward. All this hesitation stuff, behind the back, or these drag dribbles where you step back and dribble to your back foot into another hesitation just to pull up a step back 3-point shot. That's dead. When people do that as a defender, that makes me feel good because you let me off the hook. Moves like this, when you're attacking their feet, watch that. He's attacking the guy's feet, making the guy back up. You know what I'm saying? If the defense stops him, you have to be able to know which way to go, which foot to go off of, how to attack it. I like the in between the leg move that he did. This is a little drive there, then he goes behind the back. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's what's gonna this is what's gonna get Deuce McBride on the court. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Campaign. Campaign can play basketball too. That's somebody that we haven't mentioned. We keep talking about Tyler Kolek. We keep talking about other players. But Cameron Payne is a good player too. He's not going to just sit down and let these guys run over him. He's going to be available and ready to play at all times. But, in order for Deuce McBride to go to the next level and actually get some minutes with the Knicks or possibly stick with the Knicks or beat a guy like Tyler Kolek or beat a guy like Campaign to the rotation, stuff like this is what he needs to develop here. You know what I'm saying? And if he can't do it, then that trade that's inevitable at this point is not going to sting as much. But if he could show this, especially in preseason and that type of thing, if he could show this ability to change direction and go forward rather than all this hesitation, step back shit, if he can go to the basket like this, man, this is what's going to make things very interesting. So now the last point now is this guy, Tom Thibodeau. What you gonna do, Tom Thibodeau? Tom Thibodeau was the one that's in charge. He got Mo Cheeks there now, the veteran there to watch what's happening out there. You got Mark Bryant now on the coaching staff. They have an adequate coaching staff. They have a great front office that everybody knows talent. So if everybody's there at these practices, watching these guys, having conversations and stuff like that, there is no excuse why Tom Thibodeau cannot pull the correct players into the correct rotation. You know what I'm saying? And possibly use these guys in an extended rotation, especially if the Knicks are winning a lot. If the Knicks are winning and are successful, we're going to need to be able to pick and choose, guys according to what's happening. I don't like playing situational, guys 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that type of thing. I would like to see guys play major minutes. So there's going to be some times where it's okay. Listen, DiVincenzo, you can get the night off. Now, Deuce, you come in and do your thing. I think the Knicks should be on that level, especially if we want to try to survive the season. Tom Thibodeau cannot burn these guys out. But at the same time, guys have to be ready to play. And like I said, this right here, this little highlight tape here, I know it's just practice, but this is stuff that I've never seen Deuce do, and that's why I went through all these videos just to show you this is something that Deuce has not done before. You know what I'm saying? So this is incredible, man. As a young player, watching him grow like this is good. We already know the confidence is there, but if he can make this natural and make this confident, as New York City's blowing horns in the background, man. Got trucks right outside the building. But yeah, man, if he can make this look natural, if he can get this to be part of his DNA, then he's going to be something special, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough to let a player like this go. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the writing is on the wall for it to happen, and don't be upset if it does. The Knicks have to get better. The grand scheme of things is guys, we need to win the championship. We have to get there. Not everybody's gonna take the ride. There's a possibility that we could put some players together to get that last piece. You want to talk about somebody that's the last piece? A lot of people don't know their history. Like I said, I mentioned that earlier. Here goes let me start this over. So there's one player that changed the course of history for Philadelphia. Just to talk about Philadelphia, it's not Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? It's Moses Malone. So for those that don't know, Moses Malone is one of the 50 greatest players in the NBA when that first was announced. But he was the missing piece. You know what I'm saying? And in order to get Moses Malone on the roster, they had to give up talent. They gave up some good talent to get Moses Malone. But as you can see, the year that they won was sometime in the 80s, whatever. But as you can see, during the 80s, man, this guy, let's say from 79, 80, let's even do it from here. From 78, 79, all the way to let's do it to here. This guy, look at the stat line here. It's gonna pop up in a second. 24 points per game, 13 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.9 steals, 1.4 blocks during this time. You know what I'm saying? This is Moses Malone, one of the greatest centers to ever play the game. And adding him to the roster that one season with Philadelphia, which I believe was his first year in Philadelphia when they won the championship. This is the championship year. This is what took them over the top. So I'm just going through all this there because Deuce McBride could be a part of a situation where we trade him and somebody else, possibly Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, or whoever else we add to this trade to possibly get a player in here to take us to the promised land. And I just think that that's something that's on the table that we just have to prepare for. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm very excited about the season coming forward, man. I'm very excited about what I'm seeing from Deuce McBride. And I'm just very excited about what's happening with the Knicks in general, man. And I hope you are too, man. I'm glad you guys that people that did tune in. I'm quite sure somebody else is broadcasting right now, probably like one of the heavy hitters are broadcasting right now. So, for those that will watch this on the replay, I think this is very important. Going through these highlights and just understanding where the talent is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Just letting Tom Thibodeau know that we do watch games and we watch highlights too. You know what I'm saying? We know the game too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just saying, I watched the game 3 or 4 times after, like, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? The talent is there. It's up to you to figure it out. And he's on the hot seat. Tom Thibodeau is definitely on the hot seat. And, not for nothing, I hate to be him because I would hate to tell Deuce McBride he can't play. Yeah, especially if he's showing this improvement. But DiVincenzo needs to play over him. Mikal Bridges needs to play over him. Brunson definitely needs to play over him. Josh Hart is another guy that's going to take minutes in the guard position. So those 4 guys alone is right there. You want to talk about OG. You want to talk about Julius. You want to talk about Mitchell Robinson. Precious, I assume, got better also. Yeah, I'm hoping that he did. If he got better, then he adds a wrench into the plans also. And like I said, I can go down the line and make a play for any a couple other players on the Knicks bench, that could possibly make an impact also. Hey, it's not my problem though. You know what I'm saying? I know the game, but the decision making, it has to do with Tom Thibodeau and his coaching staff, man. So hopefully he can get it together. At this point, there's no excuse. We don't have any Kemba Walkers on the roster. We don't have any Fourniers on the roster. So there's no excuse for the Knicks not to be able to get it right. It is what it is there, man. So salute to on Dios, always hanging out, man, always supporting the pod. Definitely appreciate that. Once again, follow him on Instagram. I'm not sure if he's on TikTok, but just follow him on Instagram. always posting daily memes and stuff like that. Shout out to Jacko. Jacko, I believe, is my first moderator, right? Are you a moderator? Anyway, Jacko's here. You got Mike Morgan in the place. What's good? Space Ghost Coast to Coast. What's good, man? Definitely appreciate you coming in. And of course, Harlem C popped in at the end there, man. So, yeah, man, for those that didn't see the pod from the beginning, I appreciate the replay, gang. Please hit the comments and please hit the thumbs up on the way out, too, man. Don't forget about that. I always forget to remind people. So I really appreciate guys like On Deals that always comes on and says that in the chat to remind people, man. But, yeah, definitely need guys to hit that thumbs up. Definitely need people to check the pod, whatever. Hit the bell if you want. That way you'll be notified when pods are coming out. Tomorrow, like I said before, tomorrow I believe I'm going to do an open panel just to talk to you guys personally. Whoever wants to pop up, on a panel and talk a little bit. Let's see what happens tomorrow if it works out, and then we'll do like just a freestyle kind of show, and anybody can talk about whatever they want to talk about on the show. So that's for tomorrow about the same time, about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna try to get on about 7. We'll see what happens, man. Today I got on at 9 because I had something to do today for the kids. The kids had open school night today, so I was doing that. But 7 o'clock tomorrow, I'll see you guys again. We have an open panel. Whoever pops in. And we can have some fun talking about some Knicks, man. So anyway, it's your boy Diehard Eru. I haven't said it all week, but put your 4 fingers to the floor, tucking the thumb salute, and I'll see you guys next time. And it's Clap Them Cheeks, Diehard Knicks podcast theme song by Chad B. Ryan. Let's get busy. Peace.
Eru, I see you. Diehard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, man, he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name, and it is on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder that.